Hi there, Internet. My name's Court. You got courtside seats for my top 10 best movies of 2017. Let's do it. So these are my top 10 movies of 2017. I will have a couple of honorable mentions on there as well. I should say if you want to see the full review that I have for any of these movies, they're all available on my channel, Courtshake. And of course, everyone's going to have a different list. These are my top 10 of the year. I'd love to hear what your top 10 of the year are. But anyway, enough of my yakking. Let's do it. First off, again, a couple of honorable mentions. Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman. I wanted to get it into the top 10, couldn't quite get it there, but it's a wonderful film. Gal Gadot is great. Chris Pine is wonderful. They've got excellent chemistry together. It's a powerful flick. That no man's land sequence is fantastic. It's not a perfect film, but it's a great female-driven superhero movie. It's about freaking time. Staying kind of on the same track, Angela Robinson's Professor Marston and the Wonder Women. This is a film about William Moulton Marston, the guy who created Wonder Woman, and his wife and his mistress, and they all have this kind of three-way marriage, and each of these women help to develop the character of Wonder Woman in his mind, and it's a really damn good film. It went really under the radar this year, but I highly recommend you check it out. Finally, again, I wanted to get this in the top 10. I couldn't quite do it, but Taika Waititi's Thor Ragnarok. I have never been a huge Thor fan. I liked the first movie. I don't love it. Second movie, I couldn't even get through. Thor was amazing. It's hilarious. It's one of the better comedies of the year. It's colorful, and it's got Led Zeppelin. Also, Taika Waititi is Korg. Yeah. All right, let's get real. The list. Coming in at number 10, Matt Reeves' War for the Planet of the Apes. I'm a big fan of all three of these movies, the first one I think being the weakest, the second one being the second one, and War being the best of the three. It's an absolutely fitting end for the trilogy. It's such a beautiful character study of Caesar, as played wonderfully by Andy Serkis. Steve Zahn turns in a wonderful performance as Bad Ape, who really could have got annoying really quickly, but he does a good job of mixing comedy with actual, genuine, heart-wrenching emotion. The film is also much more than just a sci-fi. There are elements of Holocaust films in there, slavery, and it's just an excellent film. At number 9, James Mangold's Logan. There were some damn good superhero movies this year. Logan, do I even want to count it? Yeah, Logan's a superhero. It doesn't feel like a superhero movie at all. It absolutely feels like a Western. And again, I know I said this for the last movie, but it is a fitting end to the Logan character. Hugh Jackman has never been better as Wolverine. Patrick Stewart has never been better as Professor X. And Daphne Keane as X-23 was phenomenal. Plus that last scene, if you're not rolling tears, I don't know what to tell you. Coming in at number 8, and I just saw this and I'm really happy that it made the list, Craig Gillespie's I, Tonya. This is the story of Tonya Harding and the incident with her and Nancy Kerrigan at the 1994 Lillehammer Olympics, but it's also a biopic about Tonya Harding and her entire life. It's a very colorful, funny, and occasionally heartbreaking film. Margot Robbie is fantastic. Allison Janney is even better, and I'm saying Allison Janney is a lock for Best Supporting Actress nomination. Sebastian Stan is really good. I really enjoy when movies break the fourth wall, but don't do it too much, and this movie has the exact right amount of it. I, Tonya was great. Number 7, and this movie is making everybody's list for damn good reason, Jordan Peele's Get Out. It's a genuinely creepy horror film. It's a socially relevant film. It's a very funny movie. The entire cast is excellent. Daniel Kaluuya particularly is fabulous in this movie, and his relationship with Allison Williams, their chemistry is off the chart. I cannot wait to see what Jordan Peele is going to do next. Number 6, James Franco's The Disaster Artist. Now, if you've never seen The Room, which you don't need to see The Disaster Artist, I think you can enjoy it on its own, but The Room is considered the best worst movie ever made. Check it out. It's horrible, but it's really, really funny. However, the story behind the movie is even more interesting. The co-star of The Room wrote a book about the making of it and his relationship with the guy who wrote it, directed it, Tommy Wiseau. James Franco adapted that book, directs the film, and plays Tommy Wiseau himself, and it's wonderful. It's genuinely funny. It's got a lot of heart. I'm a sucker for behind the scenes kind of stuff anyway, so I was automatically going to enjoy this movie. But on top of that, while it could have taken the easy route and just made fun of Tommy Wiseau, and there is some of that, it doesn't. It tries to understand him as a character, and it's excellent. At number 5, Lee Unkrich and Adrian Molina's Coco. Coco is a beautiful, enchanting little film, and points to you if you didn't have to watch the 40,000 minute long Frozen short in front of it. I'm still mad about that. Coco is a movie about following your dreams, but it's also about family. It has a bunch of wonderful songs, and from my understanding, it really treats Mexican culture accurately and beautifully, and it's a movie that will stick with you long after you get out of the theater. At number 4, Martin McDonagh's Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. A wackily titled, wonderful, wonderful movie. It's an incredibly darkly funny movie, way funnier than it really has any reason to be given how dark the subject matter is. But it's an excellent film. Frances McDormand, again, she's a lock for Best Actress in this one. Woody Harrelson, phenomenal in this film. Sam Rockwell, you will love to hate him. I loved every minute of this movie. I just can't believe it wasn't based on a true story. At number 3, Taylor Sheridan's directorial debut, Wind River. Oh man, this movie kind of broke me inside. It's an absolutely haunting film about a First Nations woman who is found raped and murdered, and the people who are trying to find out who her killer is. Jeremy Renner's best performance, in my opinion, as with Elizabeth Olsen. Graham Greene is really good in it. John Bernthal is really good in it, although he's not in it very much. But just prepare yourself. It's not an easy watch. At number 2, and I'm so happy I got this high on the list, Guillermo del Toro's The Shape of Water. I got lucky enough to see this back in September at the Toronto International Film Festival, and it blew me away. It is so many different kinds of movies tied into one, and somehow it all works seamlessly. It's a monster movie. It's a Cold War drama. It's a comedy. It's a fantasy. It's a fairy tale romance. It's a musical at one point. Michael Shannon, Sally Hawkins, Octavia Spencer, Richard Jenkins, Doug Jones, the entire cast, Michael Stolberg, the entire cast kills it in this film. It's beautiful to look at, and I know it's a cheesy word, but this movie is absolutely enchanting. Check it out if you haven't seen it. And finally, my number 1 movie of 2017. What a pleasant surprise this thing was. Mike Flanagan's Geralds Game. That's right, my favorite movie of the year is a Netflix movie. I'm a huge Stephen King fan, and I read Geralds Game for the first time years ago, and as soon as I read it, I was thinking, man, I want to see a movie of this. I have no idea how you make a movie of this. Mike Flanagan cracked that nut. This movie is excellent. Yeah, it's a bit of a horror film. Really, it's more of a character study of this woman, Jessie Burlingame, played marvelously by Carla Gugino. And I think the one reason it's a total shame that it's a Netflix movie is because I'm pretty sure that disqualifies her from an Oscar nomination, which she absolutely deserves. Good Canadian boy Bruce Greenwood, who is in his 60s and is more ripped than I will ever be, is also excellent in this movie. If you haven't seen Gerald's Game, it is a little bit freaky deaky because it is a Stephen King movie. Go to Netflix right now, check it out, come back, tell me what you thought, because I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. So that is my top 10 list of 2017. Now I want to know, what is your top 10 list of this year? What are your favorites? What are your most hated movies of the year? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really liked it. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, top 10 lists, all that good stuff. If you'd like to do so, you can click the Courtshake logo at the bottom right of your screen. Thanks very much for watching. Have a safe and happy new year. I will see you guys next year. Take care.